Welcome to part 3 of the Lady Sia commentary. Now we get to go back to Myriad, Sia's kingdom, which has sadly been taken over by the Soas. So, let's make it our way in, shall we? Yep, the magicians have been captured by bunnies. Very rogue bunnies. I don't like Venus flytraps. Have you ever tried putting your finger inside a Venus flytrap? It's one of the worst scenarios that you could ever have happen to you. I actually remember one of my friends had done that, I think it was more than a decade ago, actually. And what ended up happening was, well, let's just say that they, kind of got, heavily bitten. They had to go to the hospital. But then again, is there more than just one Venus flytrap? Well, when I say more than one, I mean, is there more than one species? That is a very nice plant. If it could just grow back like that, do you know how nice that would feel? Come on, Sia, make it your way up there. You have to go up there anyway. Ow! What the heck? That thing shot her. See, that's what I said about this game. Screen crunch. I don't like this game for its screen crunch. The game, again, everything else about Lady Sia is awesome. Everything else about Lady Sia, even the invisible stairs right here, that's lovely. I like that. The only thing I don't like is the fact that you have to, you really have to be on guard when you're looking, when you have to look for, openings. Openings, enemies to destroy, obstacles to avoid, the works. And, I shall say this again. Even though the Game Boy Advance is a 32-bit console, lovely after image. I swear it's going to be this game's ongoing gag. Yeah, even though the Game Boy Advance is a lovely 32-bit console, I mean, handheld, it doesn't beat the 32X. It does not beat the 32X, or the Genesis for that matter, graphically. I kind of wish that, it didn't have to worry about looking awful graphically, or or sounding awful. But, what can you do? What can you do? This is just pretty much a very heavily downgraded Super Nintendo. They literally could have kept the Super Nintendo running throughout this time in history. And, they probably could have still, they could have made life that much more bearable for them. The Super Nintendo Portable. Why didn't they think of that? Why did a third-party company have to make a portable Nomad-esque Super Nintendo? Nintendo, you could have owned the world way back when. I mean, not that you still own the family world now, but still. You could have owned it more. And dang it, computer, can you stop buzzing? Yeah, my computer likes to buzz whenever it wants to. That's actually been a problem since I had gotten it back in 2010. I've had this computer since December 14, 2010, and even on its first day, on the inside of it, it was buzzing. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why that was happening, but meh, it was there, and it happened. And it still happens now. I've been managing to deal with it, but what can you do? Alright, the machine. This is by far one of the hardest levels in the game, at least when it comes to puzzles. This is actually kind of where Sia's traction control becomes a factor. Also, you need to use these cages if you want to capture the ducking. If you want to capture the ninja bunnies. Yeah. To capture ninja bunnies, one must use these cages. The reason for this, however, is because of the fact that you can't open this door without it. And they will keep respawning, by the way. They will not stop spawning. That kind of caught me off guard, but what can you do, right? Dang, this game really loves to throw gold hearts at you. It's like they expect you to lose a lot of chances in this game. Is that sad, or is that just, you know, a factor? Sad or a factor? It's a sad factor, actually. Does it make me a sad panda? I don't think so. But why am I even saying this? Sexual harassment panda. Swear, that song is ducked up by Beyond Extremes. By the way, yeah, this light puzzle's kind of obscure. What you're supposed to do here, actually, I forget exactly what the pattern is. I think I'm actually doing it right now. Alright, so when I go over, okay, move the gears. Yeah, this is also another odd puzzle. You have to move gears elsewhere. But yeah, over here I think you're supposed to be able to find how exactly you're supposed to open that door. Again, this footage is from like 2 or 3 months ago. How the heck am I supposed to remember any of this? But you know what this kind of reminds me of? This reminds me of the clock tower in Castlevania. Except, were there any, like aside from that one puzzle in Symphony of the Night, if you wanted to get a few items, I think 6 items. I don't know exactly where else you had to basically go around in order to open the. I mean, yeah, in order to open the door. No, I'm really not sounding good today, am I? Oh, hey, the door open. Never mind, the door open. Alright, yellow, green, blue, red. That's where you're able to find out about the color puzzle. That's what these are needed for. So, dang it, I pressed red. Alright, so yellow, green, blue, red. Okay, so did that work? Dang, it was 7 in Worcester today. Yeah, I'm one of those people that don't say Worcester or Worcester. I say Worcester. It's only because when it comes to cities and when it comes to certain names, especially if I wanted to distinguish somebody's name from another person, yeah, that's one of the things I do. I always like to make sure that I say it in a certain way, even if it's not the official way you're supposed to pronounce it. By the way, even if you do the block puzzle, the color puzzle here, it's actually never mentioned, but the gear puzzle and the gear puzzle and the color puzzle are actually Buggy. Nobody's ever mentioned it. But, like in official strategy guides, if you're looking it up, they pretty much say, you might have to do this puzzle a few times if you want to actually, get it functioning, because it is buggy as all bleep, and it can make your life that much more, dissatisfying. So, after a whole bunch of attempts, there's no reason to fast forward. I managed to do it. I succeeded. And now we get this. Yay! We can swing on wheels. Spin the wheel of fortune. Not the wheel of fortune. Spin the big wheel. Alright everybody, welcome back to The Price is Right. Here you can spin the wheel. Oh, sweet! So is there anybody you want to say hi to? I want to say hi to Lois. Blah, 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 blah. Grease up, tough guy. And then it rolls into the crowd. Actually, funny enough, in The Price is Right, I've heard that the wheel has fallen off its hinges, but, lovely after image. No, look at that lovely after image. Alright, but out of all due seriousness, robot? What? In The Price is Right, As far as I'm aware, the wheel has actually never fallen off its axle like it has in, the original Price is Right TV show. Like, the original Price is Right TV show never had involved us seeing the wheel fall off its axle. And if it has, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody fell off. Had to sue. Also, funny thing about that particular section, those are quick time scenarios. You have to literally hold up and the jump button if you wanted to pretty much avoid some of those gaps. That really caught me off guard the first time. I was like, wait a minute, what? Wait, so if I don't jump here, I lose a chance to complete the game? How sad. By the way, don't go up there just yet, because if you do, you will not be able to get these items, and if you don't get these items, then you will be utterly screwed when it comes to getting the perfect ranking. So, well, that's said and done. Oh, crap. Ninja bunnies die. Thank you. And, yeah, the level's over. It's over like that. Super quickly. And so now we can go to the library. Yeah. Just to make this feel more Castlevania-esque. Come on. Where's Simon Belmont? Where's Alucard? This feels like a Castlevania game. It may not look like, hey, there's the Cheetahman. There's the Cheetahman. I might be playing the Cheetahman theme, at least the Genesis remix. When this video is edited, I'm just shooting the fish right now, and it's never mentioned here. Oh crap! Get out of there! All right, good. Okay, yeah. In order to go up, you have to jump on these spiders. It took me a few attempts, but there you go. Dang. I sadly killed Cheetahman. And yeah, that actually caught me off guard the first time. At first I didn't know if you could actually interact with the book. But yeah, apparently you're able to interact with the book. I don't know why they wouldn't tell you about not being able to interact with the book. And actually, to kill those spiders, or actually at least, KO them, you apparently have to knock off their web. How the duck is anybody? Well, no. Let me edit that. Who the duck would think to do that? And okay, that's kind of scary. I'm scared now. Why would carpets just disintegrate under you? I mean, okay. I can understand if, it's like a 100-year-old carpet and it's very worn. But these carpets don't even look that worn. I mean, sure, they may have a few rips on the side, and you can interact with books again to have an invisible walking area. Okay. But yeah, it just doesn't feel right. I didn't even notice that crayon drawing of Lady Sia there. And lovely after image. You know what? Every commentary needs to have that one thing that makes it that makes it ever so catchy, or at least have a catchphrase. Why did I not go back to? Why did I not save that child? Purely, Lady Sia is evil. Oh dang. Actually, I actually do feel bad for that spider. It can't even survive a fall. That's horrible. I think if you are playing, if you're playing Act 5 of this area, when you have to re-enter the library, I think you have to go downward instead of upward. Yeah, one of the things that most of these levels in Lady Sia are notable for, especially if they're vertical stages. There's that drawing again. You apparently don't have to go up. I mean down. you're usually going up most of the time. And I'm kind of glad that they fixed that with the Act 5s, because that really caught me off guard when I first tried that. By the way, if you don't swing the sword there, you won't be able to get that Chaos Emerald. If you do not... There are a lot of portions of this game where there really is... It's all in the strategy. It's all in the strategy and how you work your way through. What more is there to say? Oh, I think this is actually me going back to get the other child. Yeah, Lady Sia. Of course, you may sound like a stubborn woman. Actually, I'm actually quite curious now. What zodiac sign is Lady Sia? What's her birthday? And don't tell me it's October 14. It's not. That's just the name. That's just the birthday for the game. Yes, October. I mean, no. October 14 is when I started playing it. October 15 is its birthday. My apologies. My apologies. Oh, come on. Do I really go back? Do I really not go back down and get the child? Come on, Sia. Help me out here. Make the lives of everybody happy. And Tom Brady, make your fans happier. He was just on CBS News. Thought I'd point that out while I'm talking. By the way, I don't usually. This is actually the reason why I need to go back down. The key. There's another key I have to get. So saving that child is mandatory, apparently. But I'm sure some people have done like a 5% run of every level. If you've done a 5% run of every level, you're kind of a gaming god. I'm a gaming god. All right, so save the children. So where to go now? Yeah, more invisible platforms, and the last 2 Chaos Emeralds are mine. Yay. But what was I trying to talk about before I wanted to talk about Tom Brady? Or saving the children? Oh yeah, fan art. Now, even though, yes, I've said that there's a decent amount of fan art for Lady Sia, Lady Sia is just like Beautiful Joe. There isn't a lot of fan projects made for it. There aren't any, as far as I'm aware, there aren't any fan games. The fan art is quite leveled, especially on DeviantArt. I looked up Lady Sia on DeviantArt, and I could barely find anything. By the way, just read the book and the level's over. Yeah, you complete a level by reading a book. Okay. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, there really isn't anything that I could say about fan projects except that more Lady Sia drawings need to be done. And oh crap, we have to fight this Buster Sword character. Okay. Okay, we don't have to fight him, but yeah, just knock him down. That really took me. Whoa! Incredible AI! Yeah! Apparently Poseidon's minions can't. I mean, not Poseidon's minions. No, I'm right. Poseidon's guardians apparently cannot walk up the stairs. Since when can I won't lie, this game is very buggy. Who thought this was a good idea? Who thought it was a good idea to release a buggy game? Oh, wait, I forgot. Yeah, let's not forget when Sega did that with Adventure 4. I might as well talk about this once more. For those who are unaware of why I keep mentioning every Sonic, the 3D Sonic game of the main series as an adventure title, every game after Adventure 2 that is not a storybook game or a Mario and Sonic game could literally be considered an adventure title. I already said it before. Complete Trinity, aka Sonic Heroes, was supposed to be Adventure 3. Adventure 4's Several Worlds are the 2006-2007 game. I say 2007 because the PlayStation 3 version came out then. What else? Adventure 5 is Unleashed / World Adventure, aka Planetary Pieces. 6 is Vivid Sound Hybrid Colors. 7's Sonic Adventures of Blue Generations of Space Time, White Space Time. And then Adventure 8 is called Without Boundaries or Lost World. Not to be confused with Sonic the Lost Worlds of the which is a ROM hack of Sonic 2 that I've already done for the channel. I thought, might as well do a commentary of it with Gabriel, given that he was around, and I had spare time. I mean, this is a very odd enemy here. So what you have to do, you have to avoid, you basically have to avoid the sap. And apparently that sap will keep you stuck there, and I think if if a little more of it gets tossed, you're screwed. Those are the 3 sisters, by the way. Pay attention. There, if I'm not mistaken, there was originally supposed to be a 3rd sister in this game, but I'm figuring because of development costs, crap happened, and nobody was able to get their fair share of the entire story in general. Actually, speaking of which, there was supposed to be a Lady Sia too. What the? The sword is laying in the ground in midair. What? Make up your mind, game. Come on. Again, as I said before, lovely title. Horribly underdeveloped, though. And I think the European version, to my memory, came out days after. Does it play exactly the same? I've got no idea. I have played the European version, but I can't tell if there are any differences or not. And if there are, well, I would love to see them. I would love to see one of you out there that still play Lady Sia today point out differences between the US and the European versions. I would be pretty happy about that. Very happy. Oh, and see, that's what I was talking about. That's what I meant by the sap causing you to lose health. It can apparently cause damage. That doesn't make any sense, but what can you do? What can you do? Okay. Why did I? For a short second there, I kind of thought that was the frog from Chrono Trigger, Glenn. By the way, when you're playing Chrono Trigger, when you have to rename Glenn, why is he called? Why do you just have to rename him to Frog when you're playing the game by normal means? What is there anything wrong with Glenn? Glenn's a very nice name. There's a reason why I appreciate Quagmire. Giggity! But yeah. Now time for... I think this is the hardest boss of the game. This is the Fox Lady. I forget if Fox Lady was at the meeting, but... What the? Oh yeah, so this is basically what happened. So Advisor Barfs was Ornament in disguise. And as far as I'm aware, I don't think I ever saw the Fox Lady in the opening. I'll have to pay attention to that again. I'm sorry. But yeah, you cannot attack her. She will always hover over you. Excuse me. And you basically have to avoid a few of these not fireballs, energy balls. And then she'll come over here. And what she will then do, she will compose fox enemies. I think you actually have to later fight in one of the later stages, I forget. But you know, when she spins around and then gets dizzy, that's when she's open for attack. So yeah, the pattern's there. It's simple. It's very easy to avoid. However, I could complain a little bit about the foxes, because those foxes that she summons, they are quite ducking strong. And but before I go back, I want to talk a little bit about the WCBS Blacky Weather 7-day forecast, because it's been cold here in Massachusetts, strenuously cold, and you know, it's good. You know, it was 15 today. It's January 7th at the time of this recording. Tomorrow will be 23. The 9th will be 31. I mean, not the 9th will be 31. No, I'm right. The 9th will be 31. 10th will be 38. And then we go back to 51 on the what is Saturday? I'm actually quite surprised. I'm looking up the date of something during a commentary. All right, the 11th. January 11 will be 51 degrees, and that's quite nice, because we don't usually get warm temperatures here in Massachusetts during the winter. But ever since 2011, I've been noticing we've been having more days in the 50s through 70s up here in Massachusetts when it's not cold in the winter. And by the way, what are those dogs running on? I mean, wolves running on? Are they just running on air or what? By the way, I think the more the more damage you deal to the fox lady, the faster she will actually go. This is something that you want to notice. You want to have to pay attention to this, because if you don't, it will. The game could. I mean, not the game. The boss fight could potentially be a bit more difficult. So, all right, she's gonna spin around. She'll spin around again. She's dizzy now, and now, all right. And is that it? Nope. Now she's shooting. Now she's shooting energy balls from the outside, and see it. Stop scratching her. All right, but yeah, the battle's over. The battle's over, and part 3 is over. See you for part 4, where we will get the normal ending of Lady Sia.